Yo, what is up everyone? I'm Spence and today I'm going to bring our Godzilla Battle video. Today, I'm going to be telling you the top 5 Kaiju from the Godzilla franchise that I want to enter Godzilla Battle Line. Like I said, Godzilla franchise, so no Gamera, no Cloverfield, no Ogra, none of that stuff. Has to be from the Godzilla franchise. Could be a Kaiju, a Mecha, even a human if you really want to. So yeah, you get the gist. Basically, I'm going to be saying my reasoning for them, why I love the Kaiju so much, because they're my top 5. And I'm going to be showing you the idea I made for them with their stats, their abilities, all that shit. It's their kit I made. So yeah, let's get right into it. Just real quick, for some of the movies in the background, I have to put them in a little bubble because copyright's a bitch, and there's also going to be a little bit of opacity filter on it as well, just in case. Yeah, sorry about that, hope you enjoy. Alright, for number 5, I have the Grand Gadora Evolution Unit from Rebirth of Mothra 3. Now, technically this is 2 units, but like Treacherous and Ultima, they count as one evolution unit, which is what this is. So first of all, we got Cretaceous Gadora. He is the pre-Evo. Now, Cretaceous, being my favorite Gadora, had to be on the list. He is basically a slightly better Monster X. He's got pretty similar stats to him, as you can see here, but he's got a much faster attack speed with slightly lower attack. He's got pretty good DPS, and he's pretty quick. He'll sprint like he does in the movie. Motherfucker can haul ass. And he'll barrage enemies with his fireballs, because Lil Goober does not have his gravity beams yet. Pray for the little guy. And on death, like Monster X, he will evolve into this guy, Grand Gadora, this fucking fat ass. So, I forgot to mention, this is a 4-star unit. So, Grand Gadora, he is very similar to Monster Zero stat-wise. He's got a little bit more damage, but a little bit less HP. Very solid stats overall for 8 cost, but something Monster Zero doesn't have. His anti-gravity beams, which you can see in the background, basically, his anti-gravity beams are just a passive attack he will do while targeting you with his gravity beam Triple Tornado, his basic single target attack from distance. And these anti-gravity beams basically shoot out in AoE similar to King Ghidorah 91, that big ass AoE. They don't do much damage, but they fire pretty quickly. And it can just be real useful clearing out swarms underneath them. And they'll just do that passively, like I said, so it won't interrupt his normal attack. And like in the movie, he has his barriers. In the movie, he can deflect all Rainbow Mothra's long-range attacks. That'd be way too broken here. So basically what I did was I made it so it's a 33% chance if he hit by a long-range or very long-range attack, he won't take damage from it. It'll just deflect off. Not deflecting like Singular Point Angiers where it would hit the user back, but deflecting where he won't take damage from it. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's why I made for Grand Gadora. He's one of my favorite Gadoras. Cretaceous is my favorite Gadora, and Grand just looks fucking sick. I have his giant Bandai figure of him on my shelf right now. So yeah, that's why I think of Grand Gadora and Cretaceous Gadora. Let me know what you think. Alright, for number 4, we have Ghost Godzilla. So, if you didn't know, Ghost Godzilla was a part of the many concepts to end off the Heisei era in 1995. Before we got Versus Destroyer, we got a lot of other ones, like I'm trying to remember, we got Varan versus Varan. The Ghost Godzillas, all of those, like Gears and Chaos. We had versus Baggin. I'm trying to remember the other ones. I know we got versus Barubaroi, but there was a few before that. You can look them up yourself if you want. But yeah, Ghost Godzilla and all those concepts was the vengeful spirit of the original 1954 Godzilla. He went through a lot of stages, a few ideas. He was possessing shit, which is what I'm going with. Like he possesses Anguirus and Junior and some of the concepts. So yeah, I've always loved the idea of the vengeful spirit of the original Godzilla coming back as an actual ghost. Not like GMK where he's just Godzilla, but like an actual fucking spirit, you know? That shit's pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, what we got? I made him a 4-star. He's 6 cost. His HP is on the low side. It's a little bit lower than Bio's. But he hits like a fucking truck because Ghost Breath does go burr. He's pretty similar to Final Wars in that aspect, attack-wise. He hits really fucking hard. And I gave him Naranga's invisibility because he's a ghost. I feel like he can become invisible, like most ghosts do. So yeah, when he's walking, he's invisible. When he engages, he's visible. Or as visible as a fucking ghost could be, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the main gimmick I gave him was possession. So when he possesses a unit, if a Godzilla unit is on the field when he spawns in, or if a Godzilla unit spawns on the field when he's already on the field, I know it's fucking confusing, you'll get it. But yeah, he will fly into that Godzilla, basically evaporating, disappearing from the map. You can see his blue little energy flow into that Godzilla. And after 5 seconds, that Godzilla will turn the same opaque blue as him, be regen fully, and will now be on your side. So he's basically converting an enemy unit's Godzilla into your own unit. It'll be on your side now, he'll fight with your units on the field, and the Ghost Godzilla you spawned will just disappear into him. So yeah, that's what I think of that Ghost Godzilla. Also, he can't possess leads or Earth, because that'd be fucking stupid. Earth you can argue, but I think that'd be a little too busted if you can possess Earth, since he's fucking everywhere and that can just change the game. And leads, you know, why not leads? Also, if there's multiple Godzilla units on the field already, it's gonna be fucking random, whatever the old Gramps wants to possess. Sorry if you heard that. It'd be goofy if he can just target the highest HP one, but knowing it's Toho, they'll just make it fucking random. So yeah, that's why I think of Ghost Godzilla. Like I said, I've always loved the concept of him. So yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to enter GBL. Since like Godzilla Unleashed before, we've had unique concepts come to the game with Crystal and Obsidian, so I don't think it'd be too far of a stretch to get Ghost Godzilla in here. This is Spence from the future. I just wanted to quickly list some Godzilla units I forgot to list that he cannot possess. Those being Super Mechagodzilla and MG93, MG74, Manila, and Chibi Godzilla. And the distant cousins of Godzilla, Space Godzilla, and Biollante he cannot possess as well. Alright, for number 3, we have Godzilla from the Gemstone short film. So this Godzilla is Grown-Up Junior, and he is an absolute fucking animal. So basically, this Godzilla, I love Godzilla Jr., and just seeing him grown up is fucking incredible. He looks insane, he's badass as fuck. He has so many cool abilities, and he's just an absolute animal. So yeah, I made him a 4-star, 8 cost. Had to make him fucking strong. He's basically slightly beefier Final War stat-wise, actually. I think it's actually slightly worse stat-wise compared to Final Wars, but he has a little trick up his sleeve we'll get to. So really good HP, really solid damage, alright attack speed, just overall really solid stats. Now, it won't be worth an 8 cost with just that, but you've seen the Gigan Rex short film and the Megalon short film, you know he does some pretty goofy shit. So, when he goes below 50% HP, he will glow white and unleash an absolute massive atomic pulse. We're talking like Sashiel size. It does the same damage as his base damage as well. So yeah, huge atomic pulse, and that's it. That's him entering his white powered state. So in his powered state, he's glowing white. He no longer uses claw slashes that are atomic powered. He just only uses atomic breath, which is powered up to be double the strength of his normal atomic breath. He has the highest DPS in the game by far when he's in his powered state, and he's just so fucking strong. He'll remain in this state until he dies as well, and remember this is only when he goes below 50% HP. If, for instance, you heal him up past that, he cannot enter it again. He'll just stay in the state when he goes below 50% HP. But yeah, going back to his normal state, forgot to say, he'll just walk and use his atomic breath, standard atomic breath, and when units get close, he'll just use atomic powered claw slashes like the versus Megalon short. But yeah, he's an absolute animal in his powered state, makes him well worth the 8 cost. He can't fit in every deck, but the decks he do fit in, it's remarkable what he could do. So yeah, this is Godzilla from the Gemstone shorts. Absolutely love him. I need a monster arts of him, even an X+. If you know what those are, you know what those are. So yeah, time for number 2.
One is me, and the other is Godzilla.
For number 2, I have Captain Gordon and the new Gotengo. So, Godzilla Final Wars, it's my favorite movie, and Gordon's one of the parts of it. And the Gotengo looks fucking sick as hell. Gordon being the captain of it, of course he had to be included. He will have the voice lines that Akane has the voice lines for Kiryu. And I think it'd be pretty cool if he did actually have the voice lines in-game. So yeah, Gotengo, probably my favorite mech. Actually nah, just my favorite vehicle. It's not like a Mechagodzilla, let's put it like that. Looks amazing, it has so many cool abilities, and yeah, just sick. So yeah, I made a 4-star. It's got pretty lowish HP, but I think it's pretty balanced, since the Gotengo did tank one of Godzilla's breaths before going down, so yeah, I think that's pretty fair. It's got pretty solid damage, we'll get to the particle cans later, and it's got pretty long range, like it did in the movie when fighting Manda. Sorry if you heard that. So yeah, the gimmick the Gotengo has is 2. One is it's slow. It uses its zero cannon, like it used to freeze Manda, which slows units by 25% for 5 seconds. every time he attacks a unit, that slow resets, so like Mothra 19, pretty similar to that. So the particle cannons on the Gotengo, they will passively attack a unit that the Gotengo is not currently targeting. So if the Gotengo, let's put this for instance, Gotengo is fighting a Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla spawns in the crystals. The particle cannons will automatically target that crystal and shoot it down. There's 4 of them, so 4 times 150, 2 on each side. You can do the math. So yeah, the particle cannons, they could just be pretty useful for clearing out swarms if there's multiple units. It pretty much counts as 4 little mini units on the Gotengo, which I think is pretty unique. We don't have anything like that in the game yet. So yeah, also, they can't target the same unit Gotengo is already targeting. That'd be like 1,050 damage every attack. So yeah, it's pretty busted. So it has to be a unit the Gotengo is not already targeting. And they have the same range as the Zero Can, which is Ultraman's level. So yeah, Gotengo, absolutely love it. Like I said, Gordon, the best human character by far. That's objective. So yeah, let's get to number 1. For number 1, we have Godzilla, also called Godzilla Jr. from Godzilla the series. So Godzilla the series is one of my favorite shows of all time. Godzilla Jr. is an absolute fucking badass in the show. He has so many cool episodes, so many cool abilities. It's just really hard to compile all of them into one kit, but I did my best. So yeah, just the show, it's really incredible. If you haven't watched it, watch it now. If you don't like G98, Godzilla 1998, if you're not cultured, give it a watch. It really does redeem all of the sins that movie caused. And yeah, this Godzilla is just one of my favorites. So yeah, man, with 4-star, I know all these have been 4 stars, but it's kind of hard just to make them not 4 stars since I put so many abilities into them. And I think 4 stars fit them best. So yeah, he's a 5 cost, he's got really solid HP, really solid damage, good DPS, a pounce gimmick that I'll get to, and a burrow gimmick that I'll get to. So for his base kit, Godzilla he uses his green atomic breath like he does in the show. It's pretty big, has an AoE similar to Gadora, but it doesn't have the pierce. So think of it like Gadora's AoE, but slightly less, like that. You understand? Yep, you do. So yeah, and he has 2 gimmicks. The first one being his spawn and building. So you can spawn Godzilla on a building, and he'll do his roar like the show. And when he's on that building, he'll just perch on it, and when a unit gets close enough, like about 3 tiles we can say, he will pounce from that building onto the unit, doing a shit ton of damage, and then he'll just attack them with the atomic breath. So yeah, he can also be spawned normally, and if the building is destroyed while he's on it, he'll just jump off it. He won't take damage from it. Let's say a train's hit, he won't take damage from his trains. And when he goes below 33% HP, he'll burrow underground and emerge behind the unit he's already targeting. So that unit will be jump scared, they'll be surprised, even flabbergasted, and they're going to be stunned for a second while he attacks. So I think that could just be really good for drawing aggro, getting in the middle of a push, distracting them, and also that 1 second stun could be really useful. So yeah, Godzilla Jr., I made him just a good team player, good powerhouse unit for 5 costs as well. It's pretty cheap. He's just a really solid unit overall. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Godzillas, probably in my top 5. And yeah, these have been the 5 units I want in the game. They're kits. Let me know what you think of all of them, or no if you really don't want to. It's your choice. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. You'll see more top 5 lists in the future. See you next time.